82 Farmall 51 here. All right, here we have another 1966 Farmall, McCormick Farmall 140 high clear. Don't know, well, I know about some of the features on them, but these front rims here, I've mostly seen the bigger the spoke type, but the extensions in them. But this here is kind of it's the first time I've seen one of these in person. I've seen them in pictures, but the hub, the whole hub there on the front. They do look like they're original to the tractor. So, but the high clearance give, I can't remember how much it was now, like 7-8 inches more, something like that, of clearance. And these were for, you see a lot of these in sugarcane country too, but there was a lot ordered up our way, up toward North Carolina. So it gives you a little bit more clearance for your cultivating your crop. Nothing is different about these tractors other than, now these tractors did come with the diamond shaped industrial heavy duty axle with the support that goes up to the bell housing. And other than that, the only difference in the regular 140 and these here was they had the 36-inch tires and the bigger tires on the front, the 400 by, these were 19s. So that was the only difference in them. Other than that, they were just the same thing. Final drives and all are the same. Oh yeah, and there's some with the cultivators, they're a little different. There's I think the piece there is a little longer. I think, oh yeah, they had this here to drop it down. So that was about the only thing that was different in the tractors physically, other than, you know. But this one here happens to have a nice, and this here is a 1966, it's a 31684J, and you can see the HC for high clearance. That's what they called high clear, not high crop, or, well, I think they did have some literature that mentioned high crop, but this here is a nice feature on the added dual fertilizer distributor mount. Left side, right side, whichever way you look at it. But that's a nice feature. I'd love to have one of these. Kind of a neat piece, conversation piece. Allowed you to put out more fertilizer and dual on each side of the plant instead of just one side. So, but other than that, like I say, they do get you can rock them. Sometimes you can hear if the bearings wore out. This one here doesn't appear to be. But these earlier ones only had one turn signal, where they were not turn signal, they were flasher. And that was a flasher. There was no turn signal, not until the 78, 79s did they have the turn signal option on them, and they had one on each side. We got the rolling cultivators on the back. And like I say, you can see all that clearance there. That gives you quite a bit more clearance. And you can work a little bit longer on cultivating before, like, the corn got too tall or whatever you were doing. Like I say, nothing super different about these tractors, the main part of the tractor, other than like I say, the larger tires. And these will, there's another thing about these tires, this tractor will flat out scoot down the road. I worked on a 130 high clearance for a gentleman that lives up in Core Peak, good friend of mine, and rebuilt the front end for him and took it out on the road. And I mean, I think it'll do faster than 12-13 mile an hour. Super C will do about 12 mile an hour, and I swear it was going faster than that. So, but these are some Goodyear tires on the back here, and they are 9.5 36s. Kind of a little narrow tire too. It's kind of nice seeing that. Fertilizer distributor and all that on this side as well. This is your typical setup here. It does not have a foot throttle on this. Really didn't need to be going fast to me, and to fourth gear almost should have been locked out on these, because I'm telling you, get it in fourth gear and it's going too fast, and you're sitting on this narrow of a tread pattern or a width, and it's scary. Super C's different. Super C's set out a little wider, but this right here is you do not want to be going down fourth gear and hit anything. You will turn over. Yeah, so this is the 60s era 140 with the gold on the nameplate and badge and all. But very unique tractor. You see them here typically in the south from North Carolina down. You see a lot of them. A friend of mine, Mr. Fred, has a Super A high clearance in the chapter with us, and he's done a beautiful restoration on it. And it's very rare that you see these later model 140s with the high clearance like that. Other tractors like the tobacco stuff, specials and stuff like that took the place, and you had other tractors, like I said, by the time 2 rows, 3 row, 4 row stuff was getting more, and these here were pretty much left to cultivate and got used less and less over time. So, but they're still a hot item here. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.